It's converted. So 2-1 there. Driven across towards the penalty spot. Tips up and in. And Winchester, not even sure how he did it. It's a trick shot of...
A few days ago, and it seems to be affecting the players.
Long distance blast. And it's Alvin Jones. One for the legend books. Oh, my. His first Trinidadian goal. And he might as well retire right now. World class doesn't do that justice.
Oh my, what a bomb from distance. Watch this ball move. It's rising, it's dipping, and it's moving in and out. Absolutely brilliant strike from Alvin Jones from distance, right into
the inside, but shut down well. Alvin Jones up for a man of the match performance. Falls for Pulisic, and he lifts it up and over Fonset. Wonder Boy strikes again.
It's not about Jurgen Klinsmann. It's not just about Bruce Arena. As a whole, U.S. soccer is not prepared. They have not done a good enough job of getting this group ready to play. And keep in mind, the last two Olympics, no United States. Those players that would be playing in the Olympics, 24 through 28, how many of them are in this roster? The players got to be good enough too. So a lot of people on social media right now want to say it's Jurgen Klinsmann's fault, it's Bruce Arena's fault, it's Sunil Gulati's fault. By the way, as an ex-player, every single one of those players,
they can take some
nightmares for the rest of their lives, because this is an utter embarrassment with the amount of money that is in Major League Soccer and in this sport. You can't get a draw, a tie against Trinidad? Max, you don't deserve to go to the World Cup.
They certainly did. And people always say about it's tough to get points here, but I see Mexico get points.
Come on.
We can stop using that excuse.
Yes.
This is. You look at this team. You look at this. They're going to be sitting around next summer, and they're going to be watching this World Cup go on without them. So what does this program do? Is this group? Do you blow it up?
This is everything, though, Max. So, because I remind everyone, 2,000 euros, Germany laid an egg, and they all came together. Bundesliga, second Bundesliga, DFB, the German Football Federation, all came together with a 10-year plan. Guess what happened in 10 years? They won that World Cup. If this failure does not wake up everyone from U.S. soccer to Major League Soccer, from pay-to-play to broadcasters to everything, then we're all insane. Because the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing, knowing the result.
Love it.
Howard, Tim, the Belgium game ended 3 years ago. We need you to save the ball now. Jeff Cameron, clean it up or let's get someone who will. Clint Dempsey, yeah, you're a national team legend. Now we need you to be a national team leader. Michael Bradley, the U.S. does not need you to be zen. The U.S. needs you to play better. Josie Altidore, is this really as good as it gets? Because it's still not good enough. Bruce Arena, Bruce, Jurgen Klinsmann lost at home to Mexico. You lost at home to Costa Rica. This is now all on you, not Jurgen. Oh, and by the way, to all the guys that I didn't mention it because you don't even warrant to mention. That includes you too, Wonder Boy. So, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to continue to be a bunch of soft, underperforming, tattooed millionaires? You are a soccer generation that has been given everything. You are a soccer generation who is on the verge of squandering everything. So, now it's time to pay it back. Make us believe again. If you don't owe it to yourselves, you owe it to us. And get off my lawn.
Can't afford to be crying anymore now. I don't want either one of you to ever cry for me again. Don't ever do it. Not as long as you live. Boys! Avenge me! Avenge me!
Ohio, back out for Bradley. Weston McKinney now, just got it away for Pulisic. He clips it in, looking for Aaron Long, and it's in! The ball comes back to him, AC has his first touch, gets his head up, he knows it's at the back post, and it's a beautiful delivery. Well-timed header, low and hard into the... Zardes taking the space given to him, Bradley wanted to tee up the shot, now lost one towards the back post, diving header in for Zardes! 2 for the United States! Looks across goal, sees Zardes making the run. Cyrus just wasn't able to get anything on it. Into the back of the net past Phillips. Good play for United. In World Cup qualifying of 2017. Pulisic looking for his goal of the Gold Cup. Now it's Josie Zardes! 2 for Zardes in a matter of moments! A good first touch, opens up his body, bends it past the goalkeeper. He's got no chance of getting an up and ante. That's the kind of forward link-up play that the United States need to see more often. Pulisic stops on a dime. Now threading it through for Paul Arriola. Jossie Zardes running with him. He's in the box. Zardes sitting on a hat-trick, and it's off the post. Stays in play for Arriola. Back in. Zardes one more time. Saved off the line by Marvin Phillip. Back for Zardes. A third try, and he skies it. Because chances like that, that's their bread and butter. Here's Jordan Morris. Morris staying with it. Morris now pokes it through. Pulisic. You know, every game I'm sure that he plays with a lot of pressure on himself. And it's nice to see him relieve that by putting himself on the score sheet and sealing his victory. Great little touch. Jordan Morris across for Arriola. It's a fantastic fit for the Americans. Morris does fantastic well. Gets his head up. You see him just take a little glance. Perfect ball for Arriola. First time finish. Phillips has no chance. United States scoring goals at free will. Good ball from Weston McKennie finding Paul Arriola. Already has 1 goal tonight, 2 in the tournament. Cuts it back beautifully. Arriola now, and it's off the crossbar. Fingertips on it and tips onto the crossbar. Plenty of space on the right flank. And now it finally makes its way over there. Jordan Morris for Cannon. Cannon for McKennie, and it's saved by Phillip. Long on the doorstep, and he chests it home. If there was ever a case of rubbing salt into the wound, I think the United States have made a clear statement this evening of intent. Second up performance, but most certainly very impressive. Well, full time. Revenge exacted. No mistake about this one against Trinidad and Tobago. In the
USA fans, today's a really good day because the USA beat Trinidad and Tobago. Sweet revenge from that World Cup elimination round loss to Trinidad and Tobago. And one thing I want to bring up in this game is the USA basically dominated the whole game. There were very little instances where Trinidad and Tobago had a chance to come back and compete against the US. So I think once the US scored 2 goals, it was downhill for Trinidad and Tobago. And that's simply the fact. I felt like they gave up after a while. Their concentration, their morale in the game very much diminished after the 2 first goals for the USA. So I want to get started with basically the goals. And Aaron Long scoring 2 goals, one with his chest, once with his head, actually creating that first goal really gave the USA momentum into this game. I felt like Aaron Long has done a really good job. I think prior to some of the players getting hurt, these guys have stepped up. A lot of these players, Arriola stepped up, Pulisic stepped up big time. To me, he was the man of the match. But a close second could be Zardes, could be Aaron Long, could be Arriola. That's how good this team is playing right now, to the point that it's kind of hard to pick which player is the best player so far, and which is a good thing. That's actually a luxury to have, especially in the Gold Cup. Now, Aaron Long with 2 goals, a clean sheet. Don't forget, the USA has yet to allow a goal in the Gold Cup. Goals win you games. Defense will win you championships. And that's something that they're doing very well. Very disciplined play for the USA. The only instances where I felt like they kind of lowered their radar, like lowered their defense a little bit, was in one of those last plays with Trinidad and Tobago, where they left the guy out there in the left side by himself. A good pass by the Trinidad player, but he ends up missing anyways. Other than that, the USA basically had no worries. Zach Steffen actually showed up, had 3 stops in this game, and didn't allow a goal. So I think we should give the defense a round of applause for allowing 0 goals so far in 2 games. Now, Pulisic, to me, man of the match, because he's been one of the most fundamental players for the USA. He was kind of quiet the last game. The last game I gave it to Arriola, but in this game I'm going to give it to Christian Pulisic because of his assist to Aaron Long and just completely finessing the midfield, controlling the midfield, and did a really good job of showing how he's young, but he's still experienced. And I think his time in Germany has really helped him to define him as a player, and it's showing for the USA right now. I think the whole team should be given a round of applause, but for sure Pulisic, man of the match for this game. Now, Zardes has been slow coming in, just like Pulisic, but he still came in, scored 2 goals, 1 beautiful strike to the right side of the goal with a great assist by Pulisic, and then and a great headbutt pass from Lima to Zardes so he can tap it in. He did a good job of getting open. I think one thing about Zardes and Altidore, because there's a little bit of competition, everyone kind of has their own opinion on who should start. I like Zardes, I like Altidore, but I think Zardes does a better job of being a midfielder, and Altidore doesn't do much of a good job. He's more of a pure striker. I feel like Zardes is more like a midfielder, hybrid striker, which is something good to have. And I think he fits the scheme of the team, the chemistry a lot better than Altidore does, and it's showing, because when Altidore was a starter, he didn't really have that vision, that touch that Zardes is displaying right now. It could be because we're playing Guyana. It could be because we're playing Trinidad and Tobago, who's not playing as good. I think the next tough game we're going to have, we're still going to advance, but we're going to end up playing Panama. So I'm not sure how to feel about that. I still feel confident that the USA is the best team in the group, but we'll see, because Panama also has a lot of firepower. Their defense is okay, but remember, the USA has not allowed a goal so far in the Gold Cup, and I think Panama does. And I will be making a preview 2 days prior to the USA being played. I've noticed that I'm not getting a lot of traction on my YouTube videos, so I'm going to try to get the videos out before and then after. I'm just trying to do my best job that I can. Just to let you guys know, I do have 2 jobs right now. I'm trying to buy a house, so it's like I want this channel to grow, but I still have to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. I still feel like this team is to be reckoned with. Like, don't underestimate the USA just because they were trash prior to the Gold Cup. Now they're showing signs of greatness. It's actually really good football play, very good football play. But we'll see how they do against tougher competition. They still do a pretty decent job of just passing the ball around, controlling the pace, defending well. You don't need like the best defense. You just need a solid defense, a solid keeper, and just apply pressure. And that's what I feel like Areola does very well, who had 1 goal. Really good goal. And then Tyler Boyd on the right wing / midfield, he does a great job of creating pressure, creating chances. I think he's created the most chances of the whole U.S. men's national team. He's done a fantastic job. He actually has really good tape from his time playing in Turkey and Australia. I think he played in Australia as well. But he's a New Zealand-born U.S. hybrid citizen, so I think his mom is American, or dad, I'm not sure, but he plays for the men's national team. He does a very good job at creating pressure, problems for the defense to contend with, because he's such a fast, little quick-moving kind of player. And Areola is really good vision down the field, and he can also score. And he's hit the crossbar twice with like screaming awesome goals that just end up hitting the crossbar. So we'll have to wait and see how the U.S. can move on from these 2 first games, advance against Panama, hopefully beat Panama, and just be perfect for the knockout round, which is going to be exciting to see who we end up playing. Because right now, like I said, Canada is in the mix, Mexico obviously, Haiti, what's another team? Panama, we're going to end up playing again. I'm trying to remember Jamaica. So there's still talented teams out there, the ones that you kind of knew were going to be a problem, but you didn't know that the U.S. is going to play this well. So we'll see what happens. I have a lot of trust. I have a lot of support for the USA. I also support Mexico because I am Mexican-American. So it's like, I mean, I'm rooting for both, but if the USA can come in to the Gold Cup, beat Mexico, beat everyone, especially exceed everyone's expectations, you got to watch out for this U.S. men's national team, because they're starting to look like the old men's national team if they can continue to play the way that they are. And they have so many good pieces around. Like, I honestly feel like this is one of the most well-rounded teams as a roster, but they weren't putting the pieces together, and now they're playing way better. The chemistry is good. They're creating chances. They're attacking the goalkeeper many different types of ways, crosses, shooting, close tap-ins, headers from outside. So they're doing a really good job, and I feel like this is a good mix of American talent for years to come. But we'll have to see how they do again in the Gold Cup. Like I said, hopefully they win it. If they don't win it, then at least you know, at least getting into the knockout round shows signs of improvement. But if they can get to the semis, if they can get to the final, if they can win it, then heads are going to turn and people are going to be like, watch out for men's national team. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, leave a share. Please subscribe, you guys. And I'll try to put content out there days prior to the game so you can enjoy it before and then watch it after when I make another video recapping the game. So let me know what you think. Leave a like, share, and please subscribe.